Customization is the number one reason why you should choose Indian tile for your next project in United States or Canada. And in today's video, we are going to cover how exactly we as a TIEIC Ceramics can help you to customize your tile and to meet the specific requirement for your next project. So Gunjan is here from the product team and he handles the operations overall at the factory. So he knows better how the process goes behind the scene when a project comes with our importer and they send us a request. So Gunjan, can you tell us like what is the customization and why it is required by the clients?
Definitely. Every architect has his vision and every project has its requirement. So even though we have a huge pool of products, every time it's not necessary that it matches all the requirements and suffice enough to match the vision of an architect. To match that requirement, we always need to do some tweaks, sometimes even a formation from the scratch.
Yeah.
So that's what the customization is about.
Yeah. So can you tell us like how many designs we have at the TIEIC, like in our collection, like approximately how many collections we have?
If you want me to put it on a number,
Yeah.
then it's a big number. I'm definitely sure it's way above 500.
Yeah, so you heard it, like we have more than 500 collection in our portfolio. Still, like it is not necessary that one of those collection meets the architect's requirement for the specific project. So we try to develop those custom designs for our importers need. So can you tell us like what is the first step? What the importer asks you when they have such kind of requirement?
It always starts with a reference image. It could be an image from natural stone, it could be image from past project, it could be, and sometimes it's not even image, it's just a description.
Yeah.
And when we say customization, our customization is not just limited to a design.
Okay.
It's always it's sometimes even a customization of surface.
Yeah.
Like we make a mat, but they need a different kind of mat with different structure. So anything is possible if you are working with TIEIC.
Yes, definitely. One of the most requested is I think anti-slip.
Anti-slip is one of the most popular demand when it comes to project especially.
Yeah, because most of our collection is like a regular mat, but we have a facility where we can produce R10, R11 or even more anti-slip property in any of the designs. So the first step is like the design comes to your inbox and you have a look around it. And what is the next step? Like
we have a team of designers and we have a huge collection of designs which might not be in our regular collection. So first step starts with finding a similar design from our pool of backup collections.
Yeah.
But also like if it is not good enough to match the exact requirement, we have tie-up with several studios across the world. Studios in Italy, studios in Spain, studios in USA. They provide with a huge collection of designs to us that we procure from them, and we show a prototype, digital prototype to the customers. And if it is close enough, then it goes to the next stage.
Okay. So the first thing is like they select the design and send some reference like similar designs to the reference design. And once it is approved, I think they might need some kind of samples, right?
That's when the real game starts. Our designer once gets an approval on a digital format, they start the sampling process. Initially, it's a basic process of just taking out the samples, then the tweaks and corrections to get the right color tone on it. And once it is close to the initial vision or the reference sample, like not always it is matched with the image only. Sometimes we even get a piece of a sample. Like it could be the natural stone, small piece of a natural stone, small piece of a tile, or even sometimes customization is from our own collection. Like the color tone of a one collection match with the design of another collection.
Yeah. So you basically provide different prototypes or just a single prototype? How many samples do you take?
Depends on how vague the requirement is. Sometimes we have a range of like we might need this kind of tone to this kind of tone, and it could work. So sometimes we take out like several range of samples from light to dark, or like very subtle to very exotic. Those kind of variation we need to make, because not always the vision is very clear. It's a vague vision sometimes. Like we might need something like this, or it could be something like that, and we provide all of that.
Okay. So the next step is, as Gunjan told, is the sampling of the tile. So they basically provide the sample, and then I think you courier it to the.
We courier it.
client, right?
Yeah, we courier it. We sometimes, like, it's a huge project. They might need a full tile piece. If it is not possible by courier, we even send it by container.
Okay. So that is basically the process. The first they select the design. Then once the design is approved, they take the sample. And once the sample is approved, I think you get the final order, right? Yeah. So can you recall like any of the difficult sampling, like how many samples you have to make for a particular project, or like
The way I told you that sometimes the requirement is very vague. Like, might need it of this tone to that tone.
Yeah.
I recently remember that we made a new addition to our collection that's referred to as Venato Multi in our inner circle.
Yeah.
We made a range of a very light tone to a very dark tone.
Okay.
That had like 7 variants on two surfaces. That's like 14 different samples. But to make those 14 accurate, I think we took more than 100 samples out.
Okay. So it was not like for the project, it was like a need for the importer,
It
right?
started with a requirement of an importer,
Okay.
and it has also converted into several projects so far.
Okay. Okay. So basically, what Gunjan is saying, like they offer, and we as a TIEIC offer both kind of customization for the project, not just for the project, but if you want to launch something new and you want to make a separate different collection,
Exactly.
then we also provide that kind of service also. Like we can make a particular shade of blue, green, or whichever color you require in any of the marble patterns or any of the material basically. So that is it. I think that seems so simple when you discuss, but I think it is a lengthy process. So can you tell us a little bit more in our last question, like what kind of different customization requests you get? Like one you told is the anti-slip.
Yes.
Then other than that,
It's sometimes it's anti-slip, sometimes it's also depending on the trend. Like we have several marbles in our portfolio,
Yeah.
but if there's a trend of a color,
Okay.
then any kind of marble could be demanded in that trend of a color.
Okay.
Like last year there was a magenta tone very popular, so
Yeah.
we developed several magenta tone marbles also.
Yeah.
This time blues and greens are going really hot, so
Yeah.
we have converted many of existing marble to those tones. So
Okay.
it could be the requirement, it could be the trend,
yeah.
and you get it up.
Okay, so I hope this video makes some helpful insight into how we work it out for the custom projects. If you have any such requirements, then you can let us know via our YouTube channel, but you can definitely check out our website. There might be some collection which you can find, and you might have specific requirement, then you can let us know by email or by website form. Hope to see you in the next video.